Hey everybody, Aaron here. Welcome back to another anime review. Today we look at episode 11 of Tales of Zestiria, The X. Now, one episode left before the finale. I believe there's going to be a second part from what I'm hearing, so I mean, it's not uncommon because Ufotable likes doing the two-part, 12-episode bit. So hopefully that does happen because what this essentially is setting up for is a nice midway point of the story from the actual game, which is very interesting. I give them credit. I'm liking where this is going. But anyways, let's talk about what happened in the review kind of briefly because I'll be honest with you, not a lot happened. I mean, in terms of action, there was a lot of action, but in terms of me discussing a lot, I'm not going to be able to do that. We have the beginning, just them walking on the trail to leading to the actual battlefield, and we have some stuff where they stop at one point. They start talking about the war, what they're going to do, of how they're going to approach it, all that. Mikleo appears in this scene just to talk to Saray at one point. Like I said, Saray was originally talking to Alicia, and then Alicia left to go to sleep, and Mikleo starts talking to him and telling him about how to be a shepherd, which is I was like, Mikleo, what are you talking about? Have you worked with shepherds before? I don't know. No, but no, realistically, it was just it's a sequence of events that I just put in here because this is kind of leading up to the more important stuff. So I don't want to really just fluff over it because it is there. I mean, this shows interaction between all the characters, so it's necessary. We do meet one of my favorite characters from the game, Sergei, who I love his character. I think he's really badass. And what's funny though is I wish they would have had something similar to the game, because if you guys have played the game of Tales of Zestiria, there was a really kind of cool sequence with Rose and Saray. But what's very interesting is I'm going to talk about this more so at the end of the episode, but I do want to mention some stuff about that I like so far about the game versus the anime and the anime versus the game. Now, the war finally starts, and what are those? Are those... we all said this. I was watching this with 3 other people, and we all said, these are Dementors from Harry Potter. Like, honest to God, that is what they look like. They are Dementors. I might have another image of them up close. If not, this is... You can see them right there. But honestly, Dementors. Like, why? I don't remember that from the game, but this scene was really nicely animated. I mean, you can see the war going on. It's really cool. Saray kind of jumps into the fray of it and has to do various fights against them. I don't really have too many images of that because there were a lot of cool images, but more so just a lot of fast stuff, so I really didn't have the time to take screenshots of it, unfortunately. Now, meanwhile, Alicia and Rose decide to take this battle not to a physical level, but more so try to negotiate with the other side. And when they do that, though, unfortunately, as you can see, things do not go the way they predict. They right away are kind of stopped by the main general of the group, and he causes his knights to go after them, and they start fighting in the thing. I know Rose kicked a lot of ass, but come on, Alicia kicked ass too, people. I know that a lot of people love Rose more than Alicia. Alicia's awesome though. She's not super fighter like Rose is, but come on, I mean, she's still here. That's enough right there. Like I said, I'll explain that more toward the end of the review. Now, the one big thing, though, that I'm very curious about is Alicia does get hurt. It looks like she gets stabbed by a sword in the lower back. So, I mean, I wonder what implications that's going to cause later on, but I guess we will find out. Now, after all said and done, though, it looks like they're surrounded by everyone, but luckily... Dezel comes in and saves them without them realizing, because if you play the games, Dezel follows Rose, and unfortunately I just spoiled that kind of in a way, but Dezel follows Rose. I do apologize. I just realized I spoiled that, but that's alright. It's not really a huge spoiler. I mean, it's something that's going to come up regardless, but there's a reason. I won't spoil why he follows her, but he does follow her, and thus when they were surrounded, he finally stepped in and helped them out, but they can't see him. Alicia realizes it's most likely a seraphim, but Rose cannot see it, so that's interesting. Now, the episode ends after Saray, having seemingly won, realizes that no, he has not. There's actually still a huge battle going on, and in the distance you see what looks like 2 pairs of eyes and a giant thing of malevolence that forms in the distance. And Saray stands there and goes, oh shit, that's the Lord of Calamity. So that is the main enemy of the game. So, I mean, that's pretty cool. We're probably episode 12 will introduce us to the main enemy, the final boss of the game. It's going to be interesting. I can't wait to see what they do with this. One thing I like about this series over the video game is I like how Alicia's still here. I mean, if you, like I said, play the game, Alicia kind of takes a back turn after maybe less than 3 hours in the main story. She disappears from the party. I'm not going to explain why in case you do want to play the game. But here she wouldn't even be here yet. Like, this would have been way past the point where now it would have just been Saray, Rose, and Lila and Mikleo. That would have been the main group with them. but she's still there, so I think that's kind of cool. I'm very interested to see how they do it. But I mean, like you saw, she does get injured. I mean, that might be how they take her out of the series. So I mean, I hope not. I know people love Rose, but I love Alicia. I think she's awesome. She kicks so much ass. Anyways, to more so, I don't think I have anything else to say about this. Like I said, it's a really one of those episodes that was a lot of action, a lot of little bits of storytelling, but really not per se a lot to talk about on it. So overall, very good episode, very fast, leading up to I think a really good climax. I mean, I can't wait till last episode. Anyways, I will talk to you later. Have a great day, everyone. Bye bye.